Hey, Adam, I was going to ask if you could tell about the time that you mouthed off to the cops at the shopping place we used to hang out at.
You're kind of a delinquent.
To give people background, Adam's a bit of a rabble-rouser.
Used to be, at least.
Yeah. At least he used to. Maybe not so much anymore, but in his younger days, he was a real you can't tell me what to do sort of person. That's the framework here. We went to the local spot.
The other word for that is just an asshole, I think is what the other word for that is.
But entertaining nonetheless. So with that in mind.
Yeah, so we were at the boardwalk. What were we even doing at the boardwalk?
I think we were going to go see a movie, I think.
Yeah. Remember when it first opened, they had a trolley car, but it only ran for like 6 months, and then they like never ran the trolley car again,
Probably got screwed up and they never fixed it.
Sounds like Louisiana.
Yeah.
Built something like...
That's kind of crap, sorry.
But the way that the streets were set up, there were sidewalks, and in the middle was like the road, which is like where the trolley car would like...
Which people weren't supposed to walk on, so you don't get hit by the trolley.
Yeah. And so we were walking, and to my right was
whatever place you were walking by, like there were various storefronts,
and we were talking about an old TV show called Pacific Blue. That was
the reason was because the cops on the boardwalk, they looked like bike cops, and made us start talking about it, right?
Exactly. And we were talking about how stupid of a show it was, because it was
now we know why they got mad. He says our show sucks, get him.
But that's literally what we were talking about. And so we're walking down the street, and I'm talking to you, and all of a sudden I just get grabbed by the arm and like spun around. I remember being just like, what the hell's going on? And he said, you ran me into the wall. And I was like, I didn't run you into the wall. I was like, maybe you shouldn't ride your bike on the sidewalk where people are walking, and ride it in the street where no one's walking, and you won't have a problem.
And at this point, I start to take a couple steps away from thinking, uh-oh, here he goes.
Well, yeah, because I introduced logic into the problem, I guess. But yeah, and so then the police officer didn't like that I was talking back to him. And he said, you need to keep walking. If you say one more thing, I think I said, just because you have a badge and no education doesn't mean you can tell me what to do. That was a mistake. At that point, I knew, okay, I've probably gone too far.
I got too far.
But that wasn't the breaking point.
You took it even further than that, huh?
Yeah, I then got another warning.
This cop is looking really reasonable now.
I know, he really was. And he was basically just keep walking and keep, leave. And I then said, kiss my ass. And that was when they arrested me.
He unreasonably got angry at that, right? Hundreds of people around looking now at what's going on. And I think, that's when they broke out the cuffs and dragged Adam away. I say dragged, Adam cooperated just fine. Because I think once they had pulled you aside, they were going to threaten physical violence. I was like, hey guys, this is cool, right? I forget what you told us, but I remember after you got taken away, and I looked at each other and went like, well, now what do we do? He's all right.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And you guys rode with me because when it all happened, you called my mom.
We had no choice because they took you and you had your keys, and so we had nowhere we could go, and we're like, do we just wait till they let him out?
Oh, did he drove everyone?
Adam had drove us all.
Dude, that's what an asshole does. He drives everyone, then gets arrested so that everyone gets...
Well, it was still even scarier after I got taken away, because the guy handcuffed me and led me into some little interrogation room, in the back part of the...
In between the ice cream store and the Fuddruckers.
And
did he have to check your ball?
No, he did. He said, I'm going to take everything out of your pockets. And I was like, okay. And he I think I had a cell phone and my keys in my wallet. And I just remember saying something like, are you done feeling my ass? And that's when he got really angry. And he goes, if you don't shut up, I'm going to tase you. And that's when I was like, oh God, I don't want to get...
Were you the original don't tase me, bro?
Yeah, but I guess while I was being not booked, because they didn't actually take me to prison jail.
People were they actually police officers, or were they just security officers?
No, they were police officers.
Yeah,
the police
were actually on loan or whatever, at the boardwalk. temporary off. They had a different uniform, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing the police badge like emblem on their shirts or whatever.
Yeah, so he ended up just like writing me a ticket for criminal mischief.
Which is cop for being an
Yes, exactly.
While this was going on, Adam was gone. We had no idea he was being, interrogated in the dark alley or whatever, about to get his butthole searched.
My mom.
I was like, well, what do we do? I was like, well, I think because you were driving your mom's car. So I called her and I was like, Miss, sorry to call you randomly here. Don't worry, I'll bleep your mom's last name. I said, Adam's been arrested. And her response was like, oh my God, is he okay? It was, oh, great. So what did he do?
Not again.
I said, well, I think he maybe got a little smart
He was
mouth
talking to a police officer.
Police officers. Of course he did. But she said,
There was
like,
a misunderstanding.
yeah, I should have said that to keep you out of hot water, but I'm sure it was fine. But yeah, I think shortly after that, they let you go. Remember you tell us the story later. I was like, man, you got lucky they didn't like break your arm or something.
Yeah.
And say
Well,
you
this was
resisted.
in the 90s, in the good old days before. Now they just like shoot you or something. So
Wasn't there like video of that happening in Seattle where like a police officer was riding his bike down the sidewalk and someone like didn't get out of his way and he like started like punching him?
Jeez.
One of you guys sent me the video and were like, hey, this happened to you before. But yeah, so that was my only run-in with the police, really. I mean, other than the MPs on the base.